Hello Pisces, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your weekly reading for June 16th to the 22nd. So for those of you that are new to my channel, I want to welcome you. I hope that you enjoy your reading today. Those that are returning, I want to thank you very much for coming back, spending some time with me. I hope that the answers you're looking for are in your reading today. Now, I want to also say thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting notification buttons for my channel, because as you do that, it really does help my channel grow. So I truly, truly appreciate that. Now, Pisces, we're going to get right into your reading. We're going to get your angel number and message, and we will reveal it at the end of the reading to see how it relates to everything in the reading, what comes up as your messages. And it could be even an extension as to what your angels would like to share with you as well. So, Spirit Angels, Guides, the angel message for Pisces, thank you. So let's see what comes of that. Now we are going to get right into your incoming energies. Find out what is happening for you as we move through for the week, 16th to the 22nd, in and around that time. All right, Pisces, incoming energies for the beautiful sign Pisces. All right, Spirit Angels, Guides, thank you. And there we go. I love to see the Imagine card come up. To me, this is very similar to the Magician card. So again, we're manifesting the things that we want. We are looking at our intentions. And, you know, I think we're really, as Pisceans, I think that you really are really concentrating on how to bring those your imagination and your creativity into your everyday. Before we get into that, let's get to number 49, the Observer. This is the first card that came up for your energies. So being the Observer, it means you are somewhat, you're not putting yourself in the middle of everything right now. What you're doing is you're taking a really good look at your surroundings. You're looking at your finances, you're looking at your relationships, you're looking at everything from a distance, and you are observing every little detail. So I really feel like this is the time where details are really going to be something that's important to you. And of course, as you are observing all of these things around you, your awareness is of course heightened, your intuition is heightened. Again, sometimes we take times to observe things because, we need to get more clarity. So until we can jump on something, even if it's a creative idea or a new job, or maybe it is a new relationship, you're taking some time out to really get what you need to feel confident as you move forward. So then to get number 20, the Imagine card, which to me is very much about, it is about you being very much a visionary, being able to see what it is you want to create and figure out from observations what it is you need to do to bring those details into your everyday. Setting those intentions and manifesting your goodwill, your good health, your great relationships, being in tune again with all of that. So I really feel like this is a time for you where maybe there's not a lot of action taking place, but this is a week where your observations and your clarity and your thought processes are really bringing you closer and closer to figuring out as well what it is you truly want to bring into your everyday life. What is it? How am I going to manifest it? What are the laws of attraction? What is it that I need to be doing? And I think you're starting to figure that out. So this is going to be a great week for observing. Let's look at your current energies. All right, we've got number 10, Unfinished Symphony. Now, the one positive part about this card is that number 10 in numerology is the end of a cycle. So I feel like there is something that's been left unfinished. Currently, you're working on figuring out what it is you need to do to close a situation, close a contract, close an agreement. There is something that's sort of in the closing phases, and you are really, working hard to put something behind you. And I think that this Unfinished Symphony being in your current energies links very much to your incoming energies of number 49, Observer. Because as you observe things and as you get that information that you are requiring and seeking, it will help you to close out a situation. Number 46, regeneration, is the transformations. It's change. Look at this. This is also in numerology. Number 46 is also the number 10. Something in your current situation is going through a transformation, changes. The regeneration is a cycle that is ending. So something that you have felt has been, it's been weighing on your mind because you haven't been able to close out. Maybe the details just haven't been there. The regeneration is the end of the cycle so that you can begin something new. Now, with number 11 by the book, also in your current energies, I feel like this is something, it could very well be some sort of a contract, work contract, home contract. It can be renovation contract. It's something to do maybe with your finances. It can be marriage contracts as well, legal documents, something where you have had to do things by the book. Could be tax returns. You have to, there's an unfinished symphony because maybe there was some missing details. This circumstance here is changing. It's coming to an end. Whatever that is that's been left opened is closing. And you're doing everything by the book, which is really important because by doing things by the book, you can truly, truly put that situation, whatever that is for each of you, it's going to be different. You can safely put that aside. Now you can observe things because you can clear up that old situation. Now we can observe things from a better perspective. We can see the light of day. And now we can bring our imagination, our creativity, we can bring our manifestations and our intentions, we can bring them to light. This is a nice way to start your week. We love to close things out that have been weighing on our mind. It allows us to free our mind to observe things differently as well. All right, let's get your 6 tarot cards. We're going to start with the first row. We're going to get the first 2 cards. Once we get all 6 cards, we will then clarify. So see, you are closing certain things out because you got, there's closure and new beginnings, definitely. Number 21, the World card. Now this is in the major arcana, so this is a major influence in your life right now. You are closing something out. No more unfinished symphony for you, Pisces. I'm happy to say that you see that something, contract, friendships, relationships, business deals, financial matters, something that you felt was left opened is now coming full circle, closing the chapter. And it's closed with clarity, okay? Because the Ace of Swords is bringing in balance. It's bringing in victory. It's bringing in a breakthrough. So again, whatever it is you feel that maybe has been lingering and you haven't been able to close that chapter, it could be relationships as well. Sometimes family relationships, sibling relationships, relationships we have with our children or with our parents. Sometimes there's conversations that we've just left unopened and we haven't been able to deal with it. This is really bringing that to closure. And it's bringing it with a lot of truth. So again, you really feel like this is a victory moment for you. It's kind of like, finally, I'm glad I did things by the book. I'm glad that my life is going through the changes that it's going through because it's allowing me to close out those things in my life that I felt were just never felt to be a resolution. And just so you know, when you go back even further in your current energies, number 38, to be fair, is the Justice card. So all of this is being done with fairness and justice, balance restored. Let's get the second group, the next 2 cards for you, Pisces. Spirit Angels Guides, 1 and 2. High Priestess, you always get. This is actually considered the Cancer card, but as a tarot reader, I really read it as also being a representation of Pisces. You are very intuitive. You are very spiritually grounded. You're spiritually minded, and a lot of you are very strong in your faith. This is really the universe giving you some nudges to let you know that your intuition should be embraced at this time because it's going to help follow you down a path that's going to be the best path for you. By following your intuition, it opens up your imagination as well, and it really helps you to feel confident with what it is you're setting those intentions for. High Priestess, follow your intuition. If there still are some matters that seem a little, unresolved or maybe sort of a mystery, because when we look at the High Priestess, she is somewhat mysterious. She doesn't spread information everywhere. She kind of keeps things a little bit to herself. That's what makes her mysterious. She is very much a figure that is able to really see that there is endless and boundless opportunities as well. Follow your intuition. There is a chapter of your life that needs to be let go of. There is a chapter that needs to close. And the Ten of Swords is the letting go. Now, sometimes it can be painful when we let go of situations, even if they're situations that have been weighing down our energy, because we've been so used to the routine of it weighing down our energy. It's still sometimes hard for us to let it go, but this is a blessing in disguise. New insight, new information, something that comes from you observing things, maybe from stepping out of a situation and looking at it from a new perspective, is bringing you closure. All right. Trusting your intuition will help you to close out cycles in your life as well, with compassion, with care. All right, let's get the last two cards, Pisces, and then we will start clarifying. Yeah, you've got major changes happening here. Changes that are going to bring more balance to your life as well. We've got number 14, the Temperance card. And, you know, this really is the alchemist, really trying to figure out, how do I bring peace and harmony into my life with balance? Like, where do I get that balance from? The balance comes from closing out unfinished projects, documents, conversations, communications, because once you can put that part of your life behind you, you can then restore the balance. Finding peace and joy in the relationships and the people that you surround yourself with, maybe being more diligent. By observing things differently, you're also observing the people that you subject yourself to, you know, and sometimes we feel limited as well, because if we're working with people that, you know, that maybe don't provide that balance, you pick and choose. I feel like you're picking and choosing your battles better, Pisces. To be quite honest, I really feel that's what it is. Whatever those battles are, whatever those emotional blockages have been, you know, you're choosing things wiser, and you're really, really working hard on bringing that balance into not just today, but every day. And number 16, the Tower card. Again, this is ruled by Mars. The Tower card is a major change happening. There is a major restructure happening in your life. And I think that this is coming through you observing things from a new perspective and looking at things from a new level. There's changes that you know are required in your life, and maybe that's been the unfinished symphony. Maybe you've been afraid to initialize some sort of change in your life, but the changes are inevitable. The changes are coming. And I think you intuitively already know it. There's something that you have to say goodbye to. You have to let go, even if it's an old, outworn way of thinking or doing things. Changing your routine can also be Tower moments as well, because we're changing our life. We're restructuring something in our life to bring more balance. All right, let's start by getting your clarifying cards. Get a little bit deeper so we understand a little bit more as to what's happening here. We're definitely closing out some sort of cycle in our life, Pisces, and we are really feeling great and brilliant about it. It's a victory moment. There's clarity here. Let's see. And you got number 20. Sorry, I can't even keep that in my hand. You got number 20, the Judgment card. See, you're closing out a chapter to bring a rebirth, a renewal, a fresh start. You're compassionately doing a review of the past, because sometimes we need to do that in order to feel really confident about moving forward. It brings that sense of optimism by being able to clean up things from the past. A total refresh and a total reboot in your life sometimes requires us to look back on that. And that can be painful sometimes when we have to do that. But there's also going to be insight. There's going to be victory. There's going to be a breakthrough. And this is you having that new, fresh renewal. So really, you know, feel good about this renewal process that's taking place. The High Priestess and the Ten of Swords, following your intuition, is going to bring you that gateway, the gateway of happiness coming in as well. This is a celebration card. So, you know, by finally being able to release something that's been an unfinished symphony for you, you're releasing it, using your intuition, you are finally feeling free. All right, this is the Four of Wands is standing on the other side of the gateway. You're not looking at the gateway and hoping to walk through it. You're standing on the other side of the gateway going, wow, I am so glad that I've accomplished this. This really is a victory for me. This really is a win for me. This is something that I want to celebrate. Now, the Four of Wands can also be a marriage card. So again, you know, there could be some changes or restructuring in a marriage as well, but it turns out, even though sometimes it can, you know, there's parts of things we have to let go, Maybe it's forgiveness, maybe it's regret, maybe it's guilt, whatever the case may be. But the Four of Wands shows that this is indeed a happy time. Even though you're letting go of something, you're freeing yourself from a heavy weight that's been weighing on your heart. And this Four of Wands is the gateway that's opening, and it's bringing you that warmth. All right, Temperance and the Tower card. And then the Death card. Major, major, major changes, not only in your current energies, but also in your incoming. So current and incoming energies are going through a restructure. There's changes. Pisces, there's no doubt with all of the cards that have come up in your reading for this week, something in your life has been waiting to close a cycle out. You've been waiting for this cycle to close out. You just haven't really maybe had the clarity to do it. But with the Ace of Swords in your reading, with the Judgment in your reading, the World, the Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Death card, changes are occurring. A regeneration is happening. You are rebuilding yourself, and you're going to rebuild yourself with a stronger foundation. In the center of your reading with the Four of Wands, it shows that this is actually a celebration. This is something, even though it can be painful at times, it is something that is actually setting you up for a much more abundant and rewarding future. So something you already know as well. This is not something that really, I don't feel like it's something that comes as a surprise, because you've got the Intuition card, meaning that it's been eating away at you, and you know that the time was eventually going to come. The time is now, and it's going to be a time to celebrate all these beautiful changes. All right, let's get your angel messages. Let's find out what the angels would like to share with you as an important message for you. They have one very specific message for you. And it says, surrender the habit of people pleasing. That is so important. It says, speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. Very, very important, especially with all of the changes and the restructures that are taking place in your reading this week. Some of you could really feel like you have been people pleasing. And, you know, where has it gotten you? This is an unfinished cycle in your life. This is something that is requiring your attention. And it's requiring you to really surrender to that feeling of always having to make everybody and every situation right. You know, because what happens is when we're always people pleasing, the person who gets left standing there feeling deprived and feeling kind of out of sorts is you, and you deserve so much more than that. I feel like you're going through a huge transformation, and it could be an internal transformation where you're starting to observe your own actions and your own way of looking at things. And by taking in that information, you are now able to open up your vision, and your vision to really widen your perspective on what this life means for you, and what it's going to take for you to start caring a little bit more for you. You don't have to worry about the people around you, because with the Temperance card, you are the alchemist. You are putting together a formula of balance and joy, and it starts with you first. All right. Enough said about that. I went on a little bit there, but I feel like this is a whole new fresh start for you. A new Pisces is really being born here. Let's get your blessing. Let's find out what the blessing is for this week. And you have surrender. All right, they coincide with each other. It says, remain positive about the future of our planet, for it is all part of humanity's evolution. There is a divine order to all the chaos which you perceive in our world. Nothing will ever truly change until we learn to love and accept all as it is. Lovingly surrender your judgments and expectations, and your life will magically transform. Again, with the Tower coming up in people's reading is coming up a lot more because of the outer elements of which we have to really take in, politically, environmentally, you know, corporately. Like there's just our world is going through an extreme transformation. So to see Tower moments and Tower cards in our lives is so common now, because again, it affects all of us in a way. It doesn't always have to be a Tower moment personally, it can be the elements of the outer world affecting our inner world. But it says you need to remain positive about the future of everything that's going on, because you yourself, by staying positive, by staying optimistic, you will start to see that your life personally will magically start to transform. And that is a message from your angels there. All right, Pisces, we are going to close out your reading now. Let's find out what that magical card is, the angel number. I think 10s are a really important number for you this week, okay, because you did get quite a few 10s. So please think 10s ending cycles. We're ready to complete cycles in our life because we're ready to begin some new cycles. And you got number 6. I am nurturing. And that's very true, Pisces. You are very nurturing. Your heart is your gift. You are a natural born nurturer and have a great talent for helping and healing others. You are the epitome of self-sacrifice and a protector of those you love. I am nurturing. It might be in link with the people pleasing, but you know, you can still nurture people without people pleasing. And I think that this is also a reminder from your angels that it's very important for you not to just nurture all of the people around you, but it's so important to nurture yourself as well, because you're no good to anybody else if you're not good to yourself first. So that is the number one person that you should be pleasing is yourself. All right, number 6. Thank you so very much, Pisces, for joining me this week. I certainly hope parts of this reading resonate with you. Please let me know in the comments. I love to connect with your energy. It really helps strengthen the readings every time I do get comments from you. So thank you so much. Until next week, sending love, light, and positive vibes.